How are you guys? I had a request for this the other night, so I am going to show you guys how to make restaurant-style guacamole. Taste bud friendly. So if you guys want, you can grab a pen and paper if you don't know how to make it, so that way you can get your ingredients written down. I'm just prepping my avocados. I'm good. How are you? I'm glad she finally made it home. Hi, Flores family. Hi, Paul. But like I said, I had a special request to make guacamole. And so the first but most important thing is finding an avocado that is ripe, ready to go. This is a little bit more on the punier side. I've seen them much bigger. It's a hit or miss. Oh, awesome. Whenever you go into a store, 90% of the time, the avocados you find are like baseballs. They're not ripe. They're not ready. There's a couple of old wives' tales that you can possibly use. I've never done it. I always just wait until I can find one that's just perfect. But there's old wives' tales that I've heard that you can actually make them to where they come ripe. Hi, Dragonfly. So I lucked out tonight, and I got about 5 that were ripe. I'm only using 3 for my recipe for tonight. Hey, Chris. So what you want to do when you're looking at an avocado and finding out if it's ready to eat right that second, instead of getting one that's not ripe. So what you want to do is you want to pick it up and you just want to lightly push on it. So if you feel like there's a little bit of a giveaway to it, it's coming to ripeness. So that's the type of avocado I buy. I wouldn't buy one if I can't push it down. If you push your thumb down into it and it goes in really quick, they're past ripeness. Another really great way to be able to find out if they're ripe is at the very top of the stem up here. There's a little notch, and this is something I found out. If you pull that up and it's green inside the little hole up here, then it's ready to go. So what I'm doing, I started with 3 avocados, and I'm just cutting them in half. So I just take and cut off the little top where that little seed button was, and I just cut them down the half. Now, if you get an avocado and you have to jam your knife into it, no, it's not ready to eat. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of injuries due to avocados because folks get them and they're still so ripe. They're just like I said, baseballs are too hard to cut into. So like I said, what I'm doing is I'm just de-pitting them right now. I'm taking the actual seed out. This one's being a little stinker. And the seeds can vary anywhere from the size of about $0.25 to $0.50. And they come in all different shapes. But you want to take those out so that way you can get the meat of the avocado out. And here in a second, I'm going to pull Chris in here so he can help me be cameraman. This one's being a little turd too. Okay. All right. And I'm not putting any spicy stuff into this because my daughter's going to eat this and she's not able to eat spicy stuff. Grab another. I'm going to grab a fork because that's what I like to mush my stuff with. Chris, do you want to come in here, please? Yeah. Thank you. Hi. So like I said, for my family, we love avocados. We love guacamole. It's really good for your skin. It's super healthy. Lots of vitamins, lots of antioxidants in it as well. So come here, Chris. You did. So grab a pen and paper, so that way you can look. I'll adjust that in a minute, Chris. All right. So I'm going to pull this over here. All right. Make sure you're seeing what I'm pointing, okay? So I've got my avocado. Sorry, this one gave me a pit problem. I've got my avocado sliced in half. I've pulled the pits out of them. Make sure also to wash your hands very good because you're touching your family's food. But I've taken my pits out of my avocados. I've diced up cilantro. I won't be using all of it, but I've got diced cilantro. Tons of flavor. A little bit goes a long way. I've got diced tomatoes, diced onion, and then I've got lime juice over here already squeezed, ready to go. You can use whatever type of limes you want. So what I do with my avocados is I usually use a spoon, but I'm going to use a fork tonight. But I just take and just cup it in your hand and just scoop it out into a bowl. And you can get all the way down to the rind. It's totally fine. Like I said, this is restaurant style, so this is how we actually make it in our restaurant. Some restaurants do them table side. Some folks like garlic in their guacamole. Our restaurant doesn't do it. I don't particularly put this
and
one
Nikki
here.
says yum.
My hands are messy because this one here is a little bit on the riper side, but that's fine. By the time we get done, you won't even know what's in there.
K-Pup says looks good.
This part up here at the top is a little bit on the harder side, which is fine. But like I said, you want to be able to cut into it and it not be a rock. And these were all at the store, self-ready to go. I've got a few other ones over there, but like I said, I'm not making more than what I need. Obviously, a lot of people know, some don't. Avocado is very much like a potato. Once the air hits it, the air actually starts oxidizing it. So it will start turning a brown color. But I'm going to show you a little bit of a trick, especially if you want to pre-make it up before dinner like I'm doing right now. It'll help you tons. So I've got my 3 avocados and all my skin right there. Let me wipe my hands off.
Donna said hi.
Hello. Okay. Hang on, baby. All right. So what I do right now at this point, before I add anything else, I'm making more of like a chunky type guacamole. I could use a potato masher, which I might end up doing. I'm going to get my potato masher because that's going to be better. Hello. I don't usually make such a big batch, but I'm making it for dinner tonight. So what you want to do is you want to mash out your avocado. I'm making more of a chunky style. And this isn't the particular bowl I would usually use, but it'll work.
That looks good.
A lot of people say guacamole is not their thing. And to me, I never liked guacamole up until about 5 years ago. And about 5 years ago, I fell in love with it just because I found out the health benefits of it. And it doesn't taste bad. It really actually tastes good if you have it made the way that your taste buds will enjoy it. So now I've got my avocado smashed down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some chopped onions. I did get some cilantro in there. But I'm going to add what I'm going to add. You guys can add as much as you want. If you don't like onions, you don't have to put it. Tomatoes, vice versa. I'm putting these in it. You also, if you want a little bit of spice, you can add up chopped jalapenos to give it some spice. Some folks like serranos. That's another type of a chili pepper that they put in it as well. So I've got the guacamole and I've got the onions in there. And I'm going to be like emerald and bam, just a little bit of cilantro in there. A little bit extra for love.
Flourish Family says my husband and I loved it. Kids, not so much.
Yeah. Here's my lime juice. Now, I only had key limes. So what I did is I sifted out the seeds to it. And I'm going to add this in. This is a secret ingredient that's going to help you keep the color on your guacamole is the lime. The lime helps seal out the air to it. And then I'm going to add salt to taste. Just salt to taste. And it's going to look like I put a lot in it, but it's just because I like a lot of flavor. So, and you're going to take it with your fork. You want to take it with a fork. You don't want to mush all your ingredients. You want it to be pretty and beautiful. And this would be the time that if you wanted to add chili peppers into it, you totally could do that. This is a quick snack to make. A great side to any dinner.
Or just even eating the avocado by itself, too.
Or even eating avocado by itself, exactly. You can actually make avocado tacos. You can just get a ripe avocado, take and slice little slits down the avocado, pull it out, put it on a nice warm tortilla, slap a little salt on it. Delicious. Guys, I present to you a chunky guacamole. Do we have any questions tonight, guys? Thank you. That's what I'm making for a side for my dinner. I made another dish tonight that's also called picadillo. Couldn't get the word out. And basically what it is ground beef. It's cooked with bell peppers, onions. I put some zucchini in it. Absolutely, come on over. There's potatoes, zucchini, bell peppers, tomatoes, onions, some garlic, and salt. And it's basically like a one-pot wonder. And if there's leftovers, they're delish for the next day. My lighting's not good, so it's not going to do it justice. But this is our dinner tonight. So we have the ground beef all cooked up, and then the onions, and then we have the potatoes, and then the bell peppers. I cooked those all together. I added just a little bit of water because I got super lean ground beef, so there wasn't a lot of fat to it. And then I added the tomatoes to give it a little bit of flavor. I've got minced garlic in there, onion powder, and salt. So that's also what's for dinner. So, oh, my fried zucchini is all to myself. Does anybody have any questions about the guacamole? It is very delicious. You guys want me to be like that chef on TV? Let me have a chip. Let me have a chip. Scoot. Teenager won't get out of the way. Super delish. So if you guys have any questions about the recipe or anything like that, leave a comment down below. I came live so that way if anybody did have any questions, I could answer them for you. There's legitimately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible ingredients to it. So you can do jalapeno peppers, chopped up, diced, or pepper of your choice, cilantro, tomatoes, onions, limes, salt, and avocados. So that is how you make restaurant-style guacamole, guys. You guys have a great night. We'll see you back later for coffee time. Love you all.